Hello and welcome to today's live English lesson here on the AM Language YouTube channel. I had thought that I was going to be able to sort out my lighting and microphone, but I didn't. So hopefully tomorrow I will have those working properly. Unfortunately, they weren't going to be good enough for today's lesson. I hope everyone is doing well. If this is your first time here or you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like and share the video as well. Good afternoon, Leandina. Welcome to today's lesson. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're doing well. Buon pomeriggio. There's my Italian. In today's lesson, we are going to look at how you can build your vocabulary whilst reading. Hello, Irina F. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's lesson. Thank you so much for joining. So it's really important to really, build your language skills. But reading is a great way to do this. But we need to know some good tips. So in this lesson, I'm going to give you some great tips. Sandra says, hi, Richard. Good afternoon. Guten Tag, Sandra. Welcome to today's lesson. If you are at AM Language, make sure you let me know if you want to get in, if you want to be part of a video. We are going to make some videos over the summer, and there is an opportunity for students to get involved. And there's a prize as well. You can win some activities. So make sure you let me know if you want to take part. If you are in Malta at the moment, you will be enjoying some very, very hot weather. There's a bit of a heat wave at the moment. It's very hot, so make sure you get to the beach when you can. Go swimming, enjoy the sun, but make sure you come to your lessons as well. That's always important. Okay, guys, so let's have a little look. Developing our reading skills. I'm going to write this to begin with, just to show you how we can go about it. Okay, so we're going to start off with this. James and okay, so I'm going to use this sentence as an example. We've got James and Andrea looked at each other and decided to crack on with work. Now, the word that's going to be new here is a phrasal verb, which is going to be crack on. And what I would like you guys to do is you need to try and think to yourself, what could this word mean? So this is the language tip for today. I want you to take your thumb and I want you to cover, okay, I want you to cover the word that we're looking to learn. In this case, it's a phrasal verb, crack on, okay? So you cover the word up and then you read the sentence again. James and Andrea looked at each other and decided to with work. So you then need to think, okay, if I were to write this sentence, what word would I choose? And the word you choose should have a similar meaning. So I'm going to give you the options below and to begin with, and we're going to work to the point where I'm no longer going to give you options, but you have to produce the options yourself. So the first one, we need to think to ourselves, okay, what's going to make the most sense here? Good afternoon, Evelina. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, so we've got start, get on, or get down to work. Okay, so of course they all seem to have similar meanings, but which ones do you think perhaps are the most accurate? Which options are the most accurate? Now, this is the big question. So you might have an idea that, okay, crack on. It's starting, get on, get down to work. Okay, so it definitely has a meaning of to do work. But which one do you think makes the most sense? So cover it up, okay? Cover the crack on and read through again and choose one of your options. James and Andrea looked at each other and decided to start with work. James and Andrea looked at each other and decided to get on with work. James and Andrea looked at each other and decided to get down to work. Good afternoon, Francesco. Welcome to today's lesson. And Sandra, Evelina, and Irina F all say B. And yeah, the answer here in this case is B, get on. Very good. Yeah, B is the answer, get on. You can say get down to work, but we would have to change other words. Okay, so C isn't wrong in terms of meaning, but we can't use it in this sense. Start, meaning correct, but not the right word to use in this sentence. We've got crack on with. Okay, so let's crack on. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at. Let's look at the first challenge then. So exercise 1. Okay, here's the sentence. Okay, so we're reading this sentence and we come along to this. The vexed situation gave us many problems to think about. Okay, so the word here that we're looking at, okay, is, how did I do it before? It was, okay, so the word that we're looking at here is the word vexed, okay? Vexed. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. So it's vexed. Okay. The vexed situation gave us many problems to think about, said Kate. So let's think of the what do we think the meaning is? So what do you think the meaning of vexed is? So that's the first thing. So in your own words, let me know. This is the word vexed. The vexed situation gave us many problems to think about. So I'm now going to ask you guys, what do you think vexed might mean? Okay, between these options. Okay, what do you think vexed means within the options I give you? Okay. Short, quick, difficult. So here we're looking at the word vexed. What do you think? Does this mean short? Does this mean quick? Or does this mean difficult? The vexed situation gave us many problems to think about. Leondina has said C. If you agree with Leondina that this is C, please let me know. Irina F, Francesca, Sandra, Evelina, yeah. Okay. C is correct. So which words can we replace vexed with? Okay. Which word? So there's going to be more than one. We know it's talking about something difficult, okay? Okay, so those are your four options. We know that it means difficult, so obviously we could use difficult, the difficult situation. But now I haven't given you difficult as an option. Let's try and build our vocabulary. Which words can we replace vexed with? Let's see. So don't forget which words. Okay, so there's more than one word because you've got the S. Which words can we replace vexed with? Francesca says A. Sandra says C. Leonidina says A and B, and Evelina says A. Okay, so you're all, most of you are saying A, which is problematic. B is troubling, C is challenging, no one is saying D. Okay, so the correct answer is A, B, and C. There are three correct answers. So I'm now going to write a sentence, and I want you to change the word with one of these, okay? So replace the word difficult with either vexed, problematic, troubling, or challenging. So here we've got four words now. Synonyms are building. Okay, so I'm going to write a simple sentence and you guys need to choose. Which one do you replace this with? A difficult situation would be if we bought the car without any wheels. So it's a bit of a silly sentence, but my focus here is for you guys to look at the word difficult. You now need to rewrite that sentence. Please rewrite the whole sentence and rewrite it with one of the four options. Okay, so you're now thinking to yourself, this is how we build vocabulary. We start off with a word we do know, like difficult, and then we need to try and use synonyms of the word. So we've got difficult, we've got challenging, troubling, problematic, vexed. Okay. Let's see what you guys go with. So please rewrite the whole sentence. Maybe you want to go with a vexed situation, a troubling situation. Which one do you want to go with? And please write the sentence. You can see, by the way, that it is an adjective. That's important to point out. It is an adjective. So rewrite the sentence. You've got the choices of problematic, troubling, or challenging. And we're looking at replacing the word difficult. A difficult situation would be So do you want to go with a problematic situation would be, a troubling one would be, would you go with vexed? A vexed situation would be. Leondina says a troubling situation would be if we bought the car with any wheels. Oh, sorry, that's supposed to be without. Without. No wonder I put out. Without any wheels. Sorry. Okay. Challenging situation. A troubling situation. Yes, it should be without any wheels. That really does change the meaning. Okay, but you see what you guys say. You can use all of them. Okay, you can use vexed. You can use challenging, problematic, and troubling. Okay, so here are 4 words, all to do with the word difficult. Okay, let's move on to the next one and see if we can come up with something. Okay, Francesca says a problematic situation would be if we bought the car without any wheels. And problematic is a good way of using it. Right, let's move on to another word. Okay, let's build our vocabulary. We're going to start off with, let's see, Sandra says, a challenging situation would be if we bought the car without any wheels. Correct. Okay, let's go with another word now. Okay, so we've now decided that we've arrived over here. There are 2 words we now need to look at, okay? So we're going to cover them, okay? So the new words in this sentence that we need to cover, we've got viewing and we've got procured, okay? So both verbs. I'm not going to give you a clue this time. What other words can we replace viewing with? And what do we think procured means? Procured. What do we think procured means? Now, I'm going to leave this to you. Can you guys come up with an idea? Can you come up with synonyms? Okay. What other words can we replace viewing with? Okay. So the sentence is, she was viewing some houses. And in the end, she procured the house on the corner. She procured it. Okay. What do we think this means? Please come in with your suggestions and I'll let you know if you are correct. Sandra says choose. Okay, so she was viewing. Please let me know, by the way, by this. So viewing, choose, or are we saying procured with choose? Okay, so let me know which word you're looking at. Okay, look at, I was looking at, yes, okay, that would seem similar to viewing, booking. Again, is booking going with viewing or is booking going with procured? They're going to have different meanings. So please put the first word and the second word. Okay, so Sandra says choose, she's gone for procured. Now, is choose the right one, the right tense structure? Should it be chose? Think of the sentence. She was viewing some houses, and in the end, she chose the house, or in the end, she chose the house? Okay. Let's see if you guys can come in with any more ideas, and then I'll begin to let you know what the answer is. Okay, I mean, we have an idea, that's for sure. Let's see, procured, obtained, says the Indiana. Yeah, absolutely, that's exactly what it means. To procure something is to obtain it. So that should give you an idea of what the best alternative would be. I mean, would we say we do think, sorry, where am I looking at? Yes, so she obtained the house on the corner. Okay, do we think we can go with that? Can we say, and in the end, she obtained? Do you think we would go with that, or would we go with a slightly different word? Let me know. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. Okay, let's have a little look. I'm going to give you some examples, okay? Choose from the list below. So let's start off with viewing as our word. So A, B, okay, so Francesca's come in with find as well. Okay, so let's see. You've got 4 options here. Choose from the list below. This is alternatives to the word viewing. Again, you can choose more than one. If you want to choose 2, choose 2. You've got looking at, seeing, hearing, and finding. And choose from the list below. Okay, this is now looking at procure or procured. So this time 1, we're going to say sold, 2, bought, 3, purchased, 4, obtained. So Leondina says that for the first one, we could go for A, B, and C. So let's see. Does that make sense? So we're saying she was looking at the house. She was seeing the house. Let's see, actually, what was the original sentence? Let us just remind ourselves. Leondina says 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so she was looking at some houses. She was seeing some houses. She was hearing some houses. She was finding some houses. Okay. Well, the first one. Okay, you guys are correct. You can use A and B really. Okay. So answer for 1 for viewing. You can looking at or seeing. Okay. Sandra says that she agrees with Leondina. Okay, so you said D. No, we can't use D. It's just A and B. Okay, and then the next one: sold, bought, purchased, or obtained. Okay, so Leondina has said 2, 3, 4. Francesca said definitely 2 and 3. Okay, correct answers. Correct answers for procured, okay? 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the correct answers. So you can say she bought a new house, she purchased, and in the end, she bought the house on the corner. In the end, she purchased the house on the corner. In the end, she obtained the house on the corner. Francesca says, therefore, we can write she was seeing some houses, and in the end, she bought the house on the corner. Correct. Correct, Francesca. Well done. Yeah, that's correct answer. Okay. Let's go again. This time we're going to go with a slightly different word. Let's go with... Okay, let's go with this. Okay, we're going to go with an adjective. Okay, so next one. Okay, so we've got the king's cupidness was uncontrollable. There was no stopping him. Okay, so you might be thinking, wow, okay, Richard. Okay, Richie, you've given us quite a word here. What on earth does this mean? Cupidness. And okay, it's not everyday language, really. I've given you the noun form here. Okay, so we're looking at cupidinous. Okay, this is in its noun form. Okay, in its adjective form, we can go for cupidity. In its noun form, sorry, cupidity. Another noun form is cupidity. Okay. What others can we go with? And you've also got Cupid as well, which is also a noun. So it's got we've got three different types of Cupid, but we're going to just go with cupidity or cupidedness. Okay. So the king's cupidedness was uncontrollable. Okay. Really, you might be able to have a good idea what you think this might mean. If you think you know, please let me know what you think it means. Please let me know what you think cupidinous means. It's quite a word, to be honest, but it's a good one. I quite like it. Obviously, it's quite a difficult word. But what do you think we're looking at here? Again, I just want to emphasize how we can control it. So this time we're going to add a bit more to the context, okay? So you guys are going to start coming out with suggestions. I've gone for an unusual word here. It was uncontrollable. There's no stopping him. He wanted more money and he wanted more money. And that is why he put up taxes. Okay, so there's now more context to this. Okay. So we've got cupidity. This is our word, okay? Cupidiness. Let's start having a look at this. Okay. What do we think this is talking about? Is this talking about A, greed, B, charity, C, okay, so what do you guys think? So we've got greed, charity, and then we've got sacrifice. Cupidedness, by the way. Okay, so cupidedness, cupidedness, cupidedness. That's the word. All of you are going for A, which means greed. Okay, so in the context, the king's, okay, you've gone for greed. So let's see, does this sentence make sense with greed? So we're going to write this again. The king's greed was uncontrollable. Yes, greed works. So that's the answer. And that's what we're going for. We need to think about the context and we put it over. Okay, so now that we've got cupidedness, we've got greed, let's go with some other words, okay? Let's go with which of these words can we use to talk about greed, okay? Or, so we know we can use cupidedness. I'm going to put the main word and then the sentence, so A. Okay, B. Let's go with this one. Okay, and C. Let's go with this. Okay, so we're now thinking about words that we can use to talk about greed. We've got 3 sentences and we've got 3 words. Which of these words can we use? The first one is materialistic, okay, which is an adjective. She is very materialistic, and that's why she's always wanting to collect more things. B, covetous. His covetous nature meant it would never be enough. We always need to read the word in context, okay? That's why we're looking at the sentences. C, bountiful. It was a bountiful dinner, and the king's guests were served a generous amount of food and drink. So Arena F says B, Leondina says A, and B. Evelina says A, and Francesca says A. Okay, so no one has said C. So we've got materialistic. That's materialistic. It's materialistic. The stress is on the listic at the end. Materialistic. Materialistic. They're probably like there's a strong stress and then there's a slightly weaker stress there. Then you've got covetous. Okay, covetous. Covetous. The stress is at the beginning there. Okay, so the answer in this case is going to be A and B. Obviously not C. So yeah, we can use materialistic to talk about greed in a certain context. We can also say covetous as well in the context of greed. Okay, so let's look at the words to finish off today's. We've looked at the words greed, materialistic, covetous, we've looked at, what else did we look at? Cupidinous, looked at obtained, purchase, bought, procured, seeing, looking at, viewing, and we've also looked at vexed, troubling, challenging. Okay. And problematic. Problematic. Okay, so we've looked at quite a lot of words today. So these are the words we've looked at. Now, try and create a sentence for four of these words, okay? That's your final challenge. Let's see. Try and create a sentence for 4 of these words. So choose some of these new words. Words that I would encourage, let's say, if you're upper int, go for words like vexed, hiddenness, and problematic, okay? If you're intermediate, then I'm going to say go for materialistic, covetous, troubling, and yeah, I would say so, and troubling. And if you're pre-intermediate, then I'm going to say go for greed. I'm going to say purchase. And viewing. Okay. Bonus one would be procured. Okay, that would be the bonus one. Let's see what you guys come up with. Okay. So have a think about your level. If you're upper intermediate, try and create a sentence. Okay, I've given you 3 words each. So let's say instead of 4 words, try create 3 sentences. Okay, try and create 3 sentences. Let's go for that, okay? So if you're pre-intermediate, your options are greed, purchase, and viewing. If you're intermediate, materialistic, covetous, and troubling. Upper intermediate, vexed, cupidinous, and problematic. A bonus one would be procured. Okay, let's see what you guys can do. So it's about trying to write your own sentences. Look at the sentences we've made before. Keep your sentences simple. So you're trying new words, so try and keep your sentences simple. If you're going to go with viewing, for example, say, go with the past. I was viewing an apartment, for example. It's the same as saying I was seeing an apartment. So think of what you would normally write and then just put in a different word. Intermediate, for example, troubling. It was a difficult situation. You could write it was a troubling situation. If you are upper intermediate and you want to use the word vexed, for example, you could say, instead of saying it was a difficult situation, you could say it was a vexed situation. Francesca says, agreed him, don't have limit. Oh, okay. There you've gone for the noun. So we have to think, okay, subject, but him. He is your subject. So his greed doesn't have a limit, okay? Don't forget, subject, verb, object, okay? So his is the subject, his greed is the subject, okay? His greed is the subject. Doesn't have, okay? That's your verb, those are your verbs, yeah? Plus a limit, okay? So there you go, that's your object, okay? So think of it in those terms, Francesca. His greed doesn't have a limit, okay? Subject, verb, object. Leondina says, oh, his cupidinous nature had led him to ruin. Great sentence, Leondina. Well done for going for a difficult one there. And that's a good sentence. Don't forget, guys, you can do this as long as you remember subject, verb, object. So he is viewing job interview, really close. He, good, is viewing, good. Here, you just need to think about your object. He is viewing a job, or he is viewing, I don't think we can put an interview here. I would say he is viewing a job. That would make sense. He is viewing a job. Well done. You were really close. You got subject, verb. You just need to think about your object. In this case, you need to choose either job or interview, not both. Okay, but really good effort though. I like what you guys are doing. But yes, that's why you need to remember the rules, subject, verb, object. When you're learning new vocabulary, especially when reading, write the new word. Remember the structure and just replace the old word with the new word. That's how you do it. Leondina says she was vexed for her working situation. Oh, good. Well done. Yeah, she was vexed. I need to think about that. Vexed for or vexed about, because there's a particular preposition. Typically speaking, I thought so. Typically speaking, we're going to go vexed about, okay? Vexed about, okay? It's not to say you can't use other prepositions like for, but you'd say, because it's a situation, I'm vexed about the situation. I'm vexed. It's a vexed, yeah, because you could say, it sounds like, I would go with about, okay? Because it's a difficult situation. Obviously, okay, good. Well done, guys. So thank you so much. Make sure you like the video if you've enjoyed the lesson. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be back tomorrow with another daily live English lesson. Thank you so much, and leave your comments in underneath the video. Give me your extra answers. They purchased new house. Good, Francesca, very close. We just need to think about the past here. They purchased a new house. So don't forget the article as well. But you're doing really well, Francesca. Well done. Irina F says, thanks, Richard. Have a nice evening. You too. Leondina says, thank you. Evelina says, see you. Bye. Thank you very much, everybody. A big thank you to everybody in the comments section today. Evelina, Irina F, Francesca, Leondina, and anyone else who has participated that I might have missed. And Sandra as well. Oh, and Alida, good afternoon. Alida, sorry, I did not see you at the beginning there with your good afternoons. Buenos dias, where you are in Argentina. Thank you very much, Alida. I'm sorry I didn't say hello. I didn't see your name come up at the beginning. Apologies. Sandra says, unfortunately, my friends are very materialistic and only interested in branded clothes. Good sentence, Sandra. Good stuff. Well done. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow, and bye for now.